Hello everyone and welcome back to Firebird Plays FTL episode 7, and today we're going to be going back to the Engi Cruiser layout A after that disaster of an episode last time. If you haven't seen that episode, I recommend you checking it out if you'd like to laugh at both my misfortune and my inability to manage the crisis that we faced. Hopefully we're going to go for something a little bit different this time using the Taurus. Which gives us these 3 crew members to start with, which is something different. So we're ready to go. We've got our ion weapon and our combat drone, which I think is a much better start than what we had on the B layout. So I'm pretty happy with this. We're going to go on easy mode again to try and get the win here and unlock this next ship. So don't want to jump to the store too quickly, so we're going to hit a couple of these beacons first and then head there. Yeah. Auto fires on, we're going to take down the shields, and our combat drone is going to take this ship down for us. Priority early, we'll be getting level 2 shields again. Good thing is we won't need to worry about, we won't accept that, we won't need to worry about getting extra crew members or anything. Well, I mean, we'll still like to pick them up when we can, but with 3 we're in a much better position than when we had 1. So priority will probably be a damage weapon and level 2 shields. As we navigate our way through this first sector. 22 scrap, so glad we didn't accept the offer there. Healing burst weapon, not too bad. I'll probably end up selling that, to be honest, but let's just see how we go. Come to one more sector before we get to the store to maximise our scrap. We won't pay that toll. Iron blast missed, but that's okay. Shields are now down. And I'm gonna... we won't accept that, even though the 3 fuel and 2 drone parts are nice. I want more scrap, so we're not going to accept that. Eye on their shield, now we can eye on their weapon so we don't take much more damage. Then the shields. Then the weapons. And we're going to be able to get out of this battle, and they're taking the 2 damage. Pick up 21 scrap. Pretty happy with that. Up to 87. We're going to pop to this door, see what they have. They do have a 4th crew member, I may pick it up. Could get another Engi to join our Engi crew. Could get a pike beam. Cut through entire ships. That could go really well with our ion beam, actually. One of the most powerful weapons ever created, known to take out some ships in a single blast. Okay, damage per room 3, required power 4. This looks really, really fun. The glaive beam. Sounds bowler as well. Could pick up 20 extra for selling the healing burst. I'm going to do that. This looks like we're going to have a bit of fun with this one. So, let's pick up the glaive beam. I know we won't be able to power it for a while, but hopefully after a few... I've sort of blocked myself in here. I've got to double up on somewhere. Hopefully after a few battles we'll be able to upgrade the weapon system enough. Shields first and then weapons so that we can use this glaive. I really like the Iron Blast too because it has such a short charge time, but I don't know if we need an ion that has 3 power, because getting 7 for the glaive is going to be tough, and then we might not be able to flesh out this 3rd slot. So I'll have a think about that. I'll see what weapons pop up as we go through the run. Should have been ironing the weapons a little bit here. That's okay. They've gone down. We took 1 damage. 17 scrap, and we got a thank you with another 12 scrap and a bit of fuel. So that's not too bad. Probably head here. Should get 3 or 4 more beacons in before we exit the sector, which will give us the opportunity to upgrade our shields. So we're going to use the iron on their weapon since they don't have a shield system, and 4 or 5 hits here from our 4 successful hits from our drone will take their ship down. Here we go. And gone. Cool. So I haven't really faced any real danger here. Already enjoying this run significantly greater than the last 2 or 3, obviously. Okay, I'm actually going to go for their weapons here because I think the asteroids are going to do enough of a job on their shields. We've taken a little bit of damage to a couple of our systems. I'm not going to accept this because we're pretty close to wiping them out anyway. If we had level 2 shields, it would have been really handy. I'm going to send the Engi down to heal the medbay quickly, and this Engi can heal the oxygen system. Our iron had gone down unfortunately for a second and I didn't put it back on. So we're just getting close to taking him down, fixing this oxygen up, then I'll put this fire out and we'll get out of here with a win. A little bit of damage there, nothing I'm too concerned about. Oh, looks like I skipped through the success event. I'm going to put this fire out and then jump. There's no oxygen here. Okay, let's go to this beacon. Hopefully not a fight event, just so we can get everything in scrap. It looks like a pretty easy fight, so I'm going to go for it. Can't quite put our ion blast up at the moment, just need to put a bit more power into the weapons. Once we've got it fixed, there we go, take their weapons down, combat drone can start doing some work. Well, combat drone might have to do all the work because our weapons just took a bit more damage. Nearly there. And this auto scout is going to go down and we'll put some more scrap here. 17. 3 fuel and a drone part. And I reckon we will be able to get maybe one. I think we're actually going to get caught here. We're going to jump to this beacon and then head to the exit. I've got a feeling we might actually get stuck at the exit, but we should hopefully be okay. Pledge to do what we can. Mantis War Camp. Pick up 22 scrap and a quest marker for the next sector. Yeah, so we're going to have a fight here. Before we do that, I can probably upgrade our shield to level 2, which is the right thing to do. And we still have... No, if we power down the medbay, we'll still have enough to get this drone up and running as well. Actually, I can pick up the extra reactor power. So let's put that point in engine. Again... Oh no, this only requires 2. My mistake. Might as well power the medbay back up. We've got a spare reactor power now anyway to play with. I might upgrade our engines 1 level as well when I can. And we'll get ready for this fight. Okay, they've got 2 levels of shields, so I'm glad that we took our 2nd level of shield. Let's keep hammering the ion on their shields here, and fortunately it's missing. This one might land. Having a bit of bad luck with our landing here. Good thing is we can keep charging our FTL beam and get out of here if we need to. Now we've ioned their shield. Need to hit it again. Missing a bit. Probably just going to jump and get out of here. We have taken a little bit of damage. I'll be able to heal up this once I jump to the next sector. Gonna keep our guy on the weapons in the meantime. Gonna give it a couple more seconds to decide if this is the fight I want to make. I think the answer is probably going to be no, but if I can take their weapons down consistently, which I have, I might actually be able to pick up the win here. Got to keep switching between damaging shields and damaging weapons to make sure that my combat drone is effectively doing damage. Shut these doors now. Take the shields down here, and now back onto weapons. Good thing is that their oxygen's down, so they're going to be scrambling to fix that. We're actually going to win this fight here. It's good. Took a bit of damage to our hull, obviously, but we've sort of already taken that damage, so at least we're getting some sort of reward for our trouble. Am I speaking too quickly? Maybe. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm celebrating this victory too quickly. Shield to ion, we should be able to... Yeah, weapons are down too. 2 more successful hits. 1 more. Now we got him. Cool. So hopefully a decent scrap reward for that. Pick up 1 fuel. No, there's no time. Okay. I haven't actually done that before, I don't think. I didn't realise that there was no scrap reward. But 1 fuel, barely better than nothing, but still better than nothing. Next sector, we're going to go to the Mantis sector, because I believe that's where the quest marker was, and We need to quickly heal up our medbay, because if we don't do that, then we won't be getting the benefit of our Engi medbot dispersal. So let's quickly attend to that before we go any further. And fixed up that little room with the breach there. And everyone can head back to their stations now. We can get ready to jump. Store distress quest. I don't really have need for a store, so let's go down here and hit quest and then move to distress. We'll ignore that store because I'm sure there'll be another one in these next cluster of stars anyway. Jump to this one before we go to the distress beacon. Auto surveyor, nothing to worry about here. Combat drone will go out, we'll target their weapons with our ion blast initially so that we're not at risk of taking damage. Once we get the second hit off here, then we'll just make sure their engines don't work. This setup is really effective against these auto surveyors that don't have shields, because you can just put the ion blast straight on any potential threats, mainly either them jumping on the engine or on their weapon system, and then your combat drone really just picks them apart relatively quickly. Picked up 15 scrap, a fuel and a drone part there. And let's head to this quest beacon. Probably going to be a fight, I think it is, because it's a mantis base. We might get boarders here. Send a long range message back to the settlements with your finding, but unfortunately there's not much you can do. It would be suicide to attack directly. Must have been focused on setting up cannons since you got far away enough to attempt to jump without being noticed. Okay, so it was an empty quest beacon in the end. But we wouldn't have known unless we got there. Pirate Scout. Pretty keen to get this glaive beam up and running soon. This is the kind of situation where it would just pick apart that ship. Like, just put a beam across here and it would go down in one hit. Ooh, that black cannon's going to take down our shields here. We won't accept their surrender because they're just about gone, but we will need to fix up oxygen system. Black does heaps of damage. Luckily that second one missed. And we take them down, pick up 31 scrap, so it was good of us not to accept that. Another distress beacon we can jump to now. Send our Engi crew down to calm down the infected. Pick up 17 scrap, 4 fuel and a drone part, so that was a good blue event that we picked up there by having our Engi crew. Another relatively straightforward fight, I think, here. They do have a couple of menacing looking weapons, so I might switch to take them down temporarily so that we... Yeah, they got a beam, so our level 2 shields are really coming in handy here. If we had level 1 and they were able to take it down, then the beam would probably cut across our ship a little bit, but... not really in any danger here at all. It's not really a threat. And we take down the Mantis Scout quite convincingly. Pick up 34 more scrap, a missile and a drone part, and we can jump to this cluster here since it gives us the most options moving forward. Intruders on board. Alrighty. Now apply the strat we applied last time and just upgrade the doors, starve them out. Don't really feel like fighting. I mean, we could, even though we've got the Engi bots. Sorry, the med bot dispersal. But I mean, they're going to take enough damage here. And we're not really losing any key systems while they chip away here. Once they do go for the doors, I'm probably going to close it off here. As soon as this door pops open, I'm going to close them. Close all doors, and we'll send another Engi around the long way to help with this fight. We won't even taking unnecessary damage in the short run there. Yeah, we'll get our top guy out of there, and he should be able to mop this up a little bit quickly. Why isn't he getting the guy with 1 health? No, he's got him. Cool, so a good little bit of micro there. That was probably my StarCraft background. Trying to take out the Zerglings would be the equivalent, and these guys could be maybe my Zealots? I don't know, I was always a Protoss player, so I'm kind of trying to think of Protoss units. I'm gonna call them my Zealots. My human here, Star Wars RJ, can be my probe. We can return to stations. I'm gonna actually borrow this Engi so we can just repair this piloting even quicker. And I'm just gonna plan ahead quickly, work out what we need to spend to upgrade this weapon system. we're going to want to end up with 6, I think. So we're going to need a fair bit. What's that? 125, 160 plus a bit of reactor power. If we want to use the glaive beam, and then like an ion blast 1 would be effective, I think. We don't want to use the ion blast 2. I mean, we could, but that's another 90 system power. Probably too much, and we could be spending that on shield. So let's see what our next few options are. Jump down here, and we can hook through. We can even jump from there to the exit. So this is a good beacon for us to attempt next. Ships are starting to get a little bit more menacing, as we would expect. We're sort of getting deep into the second sector now. Ion pulse imminent, that might make things a little interesting. I do have to keep in mind that we do have low hull. Our shields have gone down completely, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. I need to make sure their weapons stay down, so I'm going to focus the ion blast on that. There's another ion pulse coming, hopefully it takes out something effective of theirs. Yeah, they lost shields too, okay. We did lose our weapons, but with the combat drone, he's going to do enough damage for us to take out the ship. Got a little bit scary there, I was a little bit worried when we lost our shields, but the good thing was we were taking down their weapon system. So we weren't really at risk of taking any damage. 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and 31 scrap. Ah, our engine has been settled. Charge, charge, charge. We might be able to jump to the next pulse. No, but that's okay. It didn't actually hit our engine this time. So we'll jump now. We'll head to this beacon here before we go to the store, I think. We might actually be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably pushing it. Yeah, let's play it safe. Empty beacon, jump to the store. Yeah, I think I made the right call. I think I might have been in trouble if I went that extra beacon. Alrighty. What do we want to pick up here? Could get a Mantis crew member. Backup battery. Crew take half damage from low oxygen. Cooldown between weapons is improved by 10%. That could be handy. Now I need to go for cloning at some stage. Sorry, cloaking at some stage. Might look to do that in the next sector. So let's fix that much of our hull. Pick up this Mantis crew member, or should we pick up the automated reloader? Or should we do both? Let's do both. And we're going to focus next on getting enough weapon power. They didn't have like an ion 1, did they? No. That's alright. Happy with that. Maybe I can squeeze this extra beacon. Is it worth the risk? I think it'll be fine. Am I going to kick myself for that? Probably. Quick hit on their shield now, and our drone gets into place, hits their weapons first, which is nice and lucky for us. Gonna hit their shield again, now switch to their weapons. Got a bit lucky with a couple of hits there. We dodged their weapon attack as well, so this fight's gone really well for us. We can switch the iron back to shield. Cool. Haven't really been too threatened yet, which is why I'm pretty... I mean, their engine's down, they're not going anywhere anytime quickly. And we'll wrap this one up nicely. Really big fan of this combat drone. Did take a little bit of damage right at the end there. Picked up 33 scrap. Just gonna have to heal the med bay. Hopefully not too far away from being able to use this glaive beam. I'm really looking forward to that one. Do need to get a better ion blast though, that's the problem. Cool, I can get out successfully. Didn't bite off more than I could chew for once. They'll upgrade our reactor if we get rid of 5 missiles and 2 drone parts, which is a good trade because they don't use the missile. So pick up a bit of extra reactor power there, that'll make it a little bit easier for us to power those weapons. Let's go to the Zoltan homeworld. Start off with a distress beacon, might give us a quest marker, and we might need to reroute based on that. Interfere and save the Mantis ship, interfere and help the Zoltan ship, don't interfere. Well, we do have a Mantis on our ship already. Do we want a Zoltan? I think we do, maybe we should. I'm just obviously assuming that we're going to actually pick up a crew member, which probably isn't the case. Let's help the Zoltan ship. Just because I'm all about equality. As long as I keep targeting their shields, I think my drone and the missile and the asteroids are going to take them down pretty quickly. Our level 2 shields are going to mean that their pike beams don't provide a threat at all. Nice straightforward win for us there. And we pick up 22 scrap, 2 fuel and 2 missiles. And nothing from the other ship. Or maybe that was our reward from the other ship and we didn't pick anything up from scrapping the first ship. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I kind of want to avoid the nebula. I'm going to have to hit at least at one nebula beacon, but that's okay. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. So we dock with them. Alrighty, they open fire. They've got one of these super shields, so we're going to get the combat drone out as soon as we can to put a little dent in that. And we've now taken that out, which is good. I can eye on their normal shields, which I have. Couple ion hits on that, and now my drone's starting to be effective. Take out their weapons as well. Really happy with this ship. I mean, if we compare this to the layout I was running last time, which was just an absolute nightmare, and I did get confirmation in the comments that it actually is considered to be one of the worst ships, so pretty happy with that. The Zoltan captain sends an urgent halt. Wait, this is all a test that you passed. A diverse crew working together, surely a sight to warm the heart of any dispassionate observer. Come, I shall join your crew. Alright, we've picked up Captain Jack. That's perfect. Captain Jack, welcome aboard. 21 scrap, 1 fuel and 1 drone part. And we'll move across. We need to find a job for the Zoltan, so it's actually going to give us another reactor power. Unarmed Zoltan transport. Hail, this is a Zoltan peace envoy. We carry no weapons or shielding and rely on the mercy of others to communicate our message. Let's hear them out. We take your silence for interested contemplation. They talk at length about peace and harmony, but it's either beyond your simple mind or it's all nonsense. They finish, please spread the word of enlightenment to those that have not heard. Once you have, contact our brethren. They transmit coordinates of their so-called brethren. Added a quest marker to your map. Cool, something different. We're going to be able to get down there? Yeah, we are, but it might mean not hitting the store. Or we can go to the store. Let's go to the store in case they do have like a level 1 ion blast, which is what we're working towards. Heavy ion. Charge time 13 seconds. What do we currently have? Charge time of 4. This does 2 ion damage and only requires 2 power. I think that's the swap we're going to want to make. I think. We're going to go for it. We're going to sell that. We're going to pick up the heavy ion. Do we want any extra drones at this stage? I don't think so. We don't want any extra crew. Happy with our hull. We'll put 2 points back in the hull. Really good on resources at the moment. So that's all good. We're going to jump down here and then head to the quest beacon. Claim our reward for spreading the message or whatever it is. 4 fuel for 2 drone parts. Not a good deal. Not interested in doing that. Gonna head to... we don't need anything from the store. We're going to spend our next scrap on upgrading the ship. So let's go to this quest beacon instead. A rebel ship got there first. We found you. You're not getting away this time. Okay, so let's try out this heavy ion. Obviously going to take a little longer to charge, but once it gets out there, it should do more damage to the shield. Yep, just ioned it twice, which is good. Now we can do a little bit of damage. We'll get the mantis in here to fix this up. Just need to give Captain Jack a job. He can man the med bay. Nearly fixed up our sensors. Really slow repairing, aren't they, mantis? We actually lost our combat drone. Okay, so we're going to need to move our weapons Engi over here. Get that drone system back up and running. I'm going to switch the heavy ion now to target the shield system. Sorry, the weapon system. Actually, that's not the best idea either. fight isn't going the best. I'm not managing it very well, and I'm definitely not commentating it very well. Get our combat drone back out there now. He starts off with a miss, which isn't good. And I'm just trying to put out a few fires at the moment that we've got. Now I'm getting a bit of momentum rolling, which is good. Pick up, wow, 47 scrap, 8 missiles, 3 fuel, and advanced FTL navigation. We will accept that. That's a great offer. Guess we don't complete the quest that was here because we didn't kill them, but I'm pretty happy with what we just picked up. So we can now jump to any previously visited beacon instantly. That could come in handy. If it doesn't, we'll just sell it. Now let's put a couple extra points in weapons and an extra point in reactor, and will this let us? No, we need 1 more point. It's okay. We have to jump to, is this in the nebula? Yep. Might actually need to go double nebula to get out of this one, because if I go to these 2, we'll see. Getting really close to getting the heavy ion and the glare beam and the combat drone, which will be really cool. 1, 2, 3, that'll be fine. Let's go here. Return to stations, please. Let me save this station setup. Get the drone out there. Heavy ion's going to start to hit. There we go. Really liking the double ion on the shield. Obviously it takes a little bit longer to charge, but I mean, it seems to be so much more effective than those single ions, which were hardly lasting much time at all. So good once we've got this beam, once we'll be able to time it perfectly and slice these ships open. Hoping this beam isn't a major disappointment, because I'm really hyping it up to you guys, so it'll be pretty disappointing if it goes ahead and, you know, isn't good, just sucks, and I need to sell it all for something else. That wouldn't be fun. We are taking a little bit of damage, got to 50%. It's gonna be okay now. We can hit the shield one more time, now I'll switch to weapons. Ion Charger. We're going to accept this offer as well, because we're only going to need one of these, but let's work out which one's better. Can charge multiple times, gives it additional projectiles, charges 6 times, but it can charge for 3. I reckon that's better than the heavy ion, and it requires the same power. Because we get 2 shots here for 13, so that's 6.5 each. We get 6 seconds per shot here, so that's obviously 6 instead of 6.5. Plus, if we want to, we can go for a really big hit of 3, or we can go for a 1. So strategically, this seems like the much better option, and it requires the same power. So I'm going to take the heavy ion out completely. We'll sell it when we next get to a store. And do I have enough to upgrade our weapons one more time? No, I need 75. Okay. We'll jump to this last beacon before we get to the exit. And we'll start charging this ion. For now, I think we just want to get off single shots so that we can take down their normal shield. Cool, that's going down. I just need to get it down the first time, and then I'll start charging up again, I reckon. So hold fire here, get that second charge ready. Now I'm going to fire with 2 charges, which didn't seem to work. Pause quickly, open up these fires. We're going to need to repair our drone part to make sure that we don't lose our combat drone, which is our key form of damage at this stage. Oh, I got him leaving before he got it fixed. So now we've got 3 ion, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yep, cool. So that shield is down, down, and staying down. And we start to repair our systems. We'll be able to shut the doors shortly once I heal this back up. Take a little bit of missile damage at the end, which is unfortunate. 32 scrap, a missile, and a drone part. Doors are back up. Shut these off, get the oxygen back in there. And everything's looking a-okay. And we're going to jump to the exit, and I'll do a quick summary of where we are up to. Let's put an extra point in weapons. We can now rock these 2 and power that. Perfect. Kind of want to actually get in a fight here just to test it out, see what we get. Shield overcharger. Create single super shield barrier periodically. Require power 3 and a drone part. We could use that because we're currently only utilizing 2 of our 3 maximum power on this drone system. So if we upgrade it 2 more times, we'd be able to use this super shield, which I think is going to be a good play. And we'll also look for an opportunity to get our shields to level 3 this time around. And maybe put some points into engine for dodging and all of that, and we need to buy cloaking as well. So much to do, so such little scrap, but I'm pretty happy with where we are. 5 crew members. So let's get this combat drone out. Oh, we don't have enough power. Okay. We're not going to get the luxury of using the glaive beam this time. That's a bit of a letdown. And then just stick to using the charge ion and the combat drone. Wait till it's charged up the second shot. And fire both shots here at the shield. Go. We're going to switch and just sort of rapid fire quickly between weapon shield to make sure that they both stay down. Meanwhile, our combat drone's plugging away. And ooh, there we go, got the hit off on the shield. And our combat drone will be able to take them down here, which will be good. Trying to get away, but their weapon is damaged. Sorry, their engine is damaged. 26 scrap, pretty meager. I don't really care. 4 fuel's good, but we've still got 10. 4 missiles don't mean anything to us, so we're not actually going to accept this one. I mean, considering the last 2 guys offered weapons or augment, it seems like a pretty weak offer. They could have done better. They didn't. They're going to pay for it with their lives, and we're going to move on. It's 44 scrap, thank you, and 3 fuel anyway, and a drone part which we actually use. Much better outcome all around. Fuel for 4 missiles is an awesome trade for us because we don't use missiles, so 2 really good sectors there. I'm going to jump here because I want to try out this new weapon system and I don't like being in the nebula. Nothing here. Our oxygen is unpowered. That's not good. Oxygen's starting to spread now. Where is our oxygen? Ooh, down to 28. Wow. Unpause that, and it's now filling back up, which is good. Just going to wait a little bit for the oxygen to disperse properly. Would hate for our oxygen to go down like first hit, next fight, and then we're already down at 30% oxygen. It wouldn't really be smart. So 150 for cloaking we're going to need, and a bit of power for it. So I think our next goal is to get to 200. I'm not going to buy any more crew members because there's a good chance we'll run into some events that provide us crew members. So we're going to sit happy with our guys. Kind of ironic that Captain Jack isn't the captain, but we can't really give Styles RJ the job and then take it away from him. That wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be the right kind of overlord. I wouldn't be sending the right message, so I'm not going to go with that. What have we got? Let's go up here, hit this cluster up the top. 20 fuel now. We're doing really well on resources. Do we want to participate in their study? We do. We pick up 24 scrap for it, which is good. A couple of stores here. So I can sell one of those ion weapons. But I mean, considering the waves all the way back there, because obviously it travelled slower while we were in these nebula sectors, nebula beacons. So let's go to these top one here before hitting the 2 stores in a row. Cool. Now I'm finally going to be able to try out. Oh, my drone part got shot down straight away. Alright, we will wait until we take down the shields. I'm going to charge all 3 times with the charge ion. Hit all 3 on the shield, then use the glaive beam to cut across all of these rooms, including the drone part, so that their defense drone goes down, and then I'll try and get our combat drone back out there. So glaive beam's nearly ready to go. We're going to fire 3 shots away onto their shield. 1, 2, 3. That goes down. Glaive beam's ready, and we will cut there. Wow! Wow! That was amazing! That was amazing! This is my favourite weapon in FTL. 49 scrap, 2 fuel and a drone part, and I'm so pumped right now. That was epic. That did so much damage, so much more than I thought it would. I thought we'd just do a little bit, take out their drone part, and then we could get our own drone part in there, but wow, that was huge. This is it, guys. This is going to be the run that we beat the flagship cruiser. I'm feeling it. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm feeling it. We could pick up a slug. But I said I wasn't going to do that, didn't I? Do we want hacking maybe? Targets a single system, locking its doors and granting the ability to temporarily disable it. Requires a drone part, but we could hack like the enemy's cloaking. That could be really cool. Defense drone might be fun as well. Let's start with what we're going to do first. Sell the heavy ion. We're up to 150. They didn't have cloaking here. I would have bought it. Protects us from ions. Half oxygen. Adds additional info. So none of those are too interesting. I think I'm most tempted by would be defense drone 2. No, but that requires 3 power, so that's not an option. Hacking or a slug. Or even a rockman. Ooh, this rockman knows how to fight. Let's put 5 points in hull. Get back to 15. Koozie. No, we're on 5 crew. I said we're going to find events that get us up to 7, which is the maximum. Or is 8 the maximum? 8's the maximum. Maybe we will pick up this slug. Put it back down to 99, and we're going to leave hacking for now because we're going to get cloaking instead, and there's only so much we can spend our reactor power on while we're running this OP setup down here. Promise to help. Alrighty, do we want to disable their defense system with our iron weapon or remotely repair with the Engi? We're going to remotely repair it with the Engi. We pick up a huge 55 scrap and a missile and a drone part. I got the best feeling about this run. Pick up cloaking probably here if they've got it. They do. Gonna grab that. And we're gonna need an extra reactor power when we can, but for now this is going really, really well. These stars all suck. And we're gonna have to go this one, then here, then here, then here. We're gonna have to double up a bit, but it doesn't really matter because we're so far ahead of the wave. Cool. We get to try out our weapon again. I'm pretty pumped up about that. So our slug's sensing the life form over there, which is pretty cool. They don't seem to have a... Ah, we've got cloaking now. I forgot. So we should probably try to use that. Need an extra reactor power so that we can use it on this combat. Just thinking, I mean, it's not really going to matter. This is an easy fight, but what would be a good strategy would be to have the medbay powered down, put this ult up powering the cloaking, and then we would be able to get the combat drone off, but I honestly don't think it's going to matter. We've got our 3 charges now on the ion. I'm going to send the slug up to here. He can work up here. 3 quick hits onto shield with this charge ion. 1, 2, 3. And let's see what we can get out of this. 4 is a pretty good result. So let's take that. And boom! 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 I love this glaive beam. I love it. 41 scrap, 1 missile, 3 fuel. This is going amazingly well. I'm forever gonna love this weapon. Damage 3 room per hit. Wow, so I'm doing like 12 damage when I do that. This is just incredibly overpowered, and it is my favorite weapon now in FTL. Go to exit, and then we'll jump to one of these, and then back to exit. See if either of them pop up as a distress beacon or something. For the asteroid field, we pick up 40 more scrap and a drone part. Nothing too special about either of these, so let's just go to the bottom one since it's down there on its lonesome. Alrighty, I'm actually going to take 1 power out of engine this time just so that I can get the combat drone out, because I think this is going to be important just so that we can get their super shield down quick enough. And I'm just going to get our charge ion firing off a little bit. Now I'm going to hold it, charge up to 3. Did lose both our levels of shield there, so I am going to want to go after their weapons eventually. But once I get these shields down again, these guys are dead. Like, this is just such a strong setup. 1, 2, 3, they go down. Glaive beam here, and that's the end of them. This is just incredible. I'm so happy. 42 scrap, 3 fuel, and a missile. This is just going amazing. Absolutely amazing. Back to the exit, we can assess what we want to do next. Probably a good time to start thinking about those level 3 shields, I reckon. What's that going to send us back? 100 and maybe 60. But now let's just put the points in the reactor. Jump to the next sector. What are our options? Slug home, Nebula, or Civilian? I'm going to go Civilian just because I really have a problem with Nebula. And because of our setup here, if we lose like even a couple of maximum points in weapons, our power goes from like a 10 down to a 3. So I really don't want to go down that path. Hey, the Civilian ship. We've got a pirate bomber here. Can put a point back in engine now since I upgraded the reactor a bit. Get ready to get this combat drone out. This is so much fun. I can't wait to just rip these guys to shreds. I love the glaive beam. Thankfully that missed. We're going to get 3 shots off now. 1, 2, 3. Get our combat drone out. I didn't actually need to charge them. I forgot they had their super shield out. Okay, now it's down. So we're going to charge our 3 up again. We've lost both layers of shields for a long time, which is potentially dangerous. Probably a good time to use cloaking. So we'll do that. Now our charge is full. Take down their shields, get the glaive beam off quickly. What's the most efficient way to do this? Take 4. Is there a way for us to do 5? No, that's still 4, isn't it? But it hits more important ones. It's not going to matter. I mean, these guys are dead. I'm so worried about which ones are going to do damage to. I'm going to take them out. 46 scrap, 3 fuel, and a drone part. And as a thank you, we get 42 more scrap, a missile, and a drone part. So let's upgrade the shield, pick up the extra reactor power. Shield will now go to level 2. We need to fix our oxygen system because it's rapidly falling. Our slug is chipping away here, fixing that. It's going well. Next bit we're going to spend scrap on is some repairs when we can, just because I don't like it when it's in the red. It means all this hard work could go to nothing. Let's jump here. It's going to give us plenty of options to hopefully find a store. We're in an asteroid field, so this could get a little bit messy. I'm going to cloak just first off the bat. They've hacked it. They hacked it just before I clicked it. Good thing those first 2 hits missed. As soon as hacking goes down, going to cloak. Get our combat drone out there now. Hit all 3 shots of our ion charge onto their shield. Glaive beam. Gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way to get there. Yep. Zoom. They're not going anywhere. They're absolutely not going anywhere. This is so OP. 52 scrap. I'm just crushing it at this point. Absolutely crushing it. This is going to be a 2-part video for sure. Cloaking back up. Return stations. Save those stations. I know I just did that, but I get a little paranoid once there's more crew people to manage. Let's go to this store first. Put a few points in our hull. See what else they have on offer. Crew teleporter would be really cool. 15, back to 15 hull, which is half. Kind of want crew teleporter. We do have a mantis, so we could do a little bit of boarding, but maybe we're going for too many things. Maybe it makes more sense to just focus on fleshing out the rest of our drone system and weapon setup. Yep, nothing more from the store for us. Let's go through here, and there's actually going to be more options for us up north, so let's go to the top. Alrighty. Cloak first off the bat again. It's charge, ready to go. They've got no defense on their drone, so we're going to get our combat drone out there. Might as well start doing a little bit of work. All 3 hits from our charge ion go off. 1, 2, 3. Glaive beam's nearly ready, and it's going to cut through these rooms, and it's going to cut through this ship. Pretty weak offer of surrender. The 6 fuel is nice, but 29 scrap is not enough, so we will not accept. And it's actually going to be a bit of an awkward silence while I wait to finish him. Get the combat drone back out there. Wouldn't mind getting the drone saving part. So we're good on drone parts as we get towards the end game. 44 scrap, 2 fuel, and a drone part. Actually having a little bit of problem down here, poor Rebecca. Get that fire out, quickly fix these shields back up. Might even put Rebecca in the med bay quickly while Bompy, my name is Bompy. Bompy does all the repairs on the shields. Leave the Engi to do the repairing. How's everyone going skill-wise? Star Wars RJ has absolutely nailed his piloting. Bompy is nearly on level 2 engines. We've got level 2 guns over here as well, and Olofsson, must be Norwegian or something, has also gotten better at repairing. He's nearly at level 2 on that. Becca's working her way through shields, and Jack and Cusie continue to provide very little in the way of value. Attack the automated ship. I mean, this is going to be a pretty simple fight, even though we do have mind control, which is actually not ideal. Gonna clone quickly, dodge the ion shot. Probably save our drone part, but I'm not going to. Let's just get this show on the road. Take down their... Ooh. Actually didn't take down their shields. Now I have. And now they die. If I can just squeeze it. Yep. See you later. I'm just crushing it. This is OP. I think I found the secret to FTL. Well, I haven't found it. The game's been out 5 years. I'm sure people know by now that the glade beam is effective, but... Pretty scrap. Possible ship detected. Don't put a little caution sign there. I'm all about that. I'm up for a fight. I'm living for a fight right now. Probably should have repaired my shield. Getting a little gun happy. Okay, so they've got 2 drone systems on us, so we're going to put 1 back on them. We need to get these extra shields up quickly. And we have now done that. I'm going to cloak. Our charge ion is ready to fire 3 shots now. Wait till the glade beam's almost ready, which it is. Get that off. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Boom. See you later. Thanks for playing. It's hard to even provide interesting commentating when I'm just crushing these ships. So do we take the last 2 levels of shields? 180 and then probably another 65, so 245. I think that's the play. Let's get level 4 shields. We can maybe flesh out our engines a little bit. Increase that dodge chance. Probably got 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Actually, let's do 3 more sectors before 3 more beacons before we leave the sector. That might be a good time for me to wrap up the video. So they want a lot of missiles. 15 is all that we have. But since we don't use them, and we're probably going to get an awesome reward, let's do it. That was a pretty bad deal, really. 33 scrap and 5 hull points. Probably should have just given them 5. I don't know, I thought they might have given us like a hectic weapon or, I don't know, an augment or something like that. But yeah, that was pretty bad. No one here has our ship. We head to the last beacon that we can before we jump to the exit. 3 fuel for a drone part. Yeah, let's do that. We'll actually be able to get to this one and have 1 more fight before we get to the exit. We're next to a solar flare. That's a bit frustrating, but they have no, they have no, no shields at all. We're just going to keep firing our charge ion on their weapons so that we don't take any damage there. As soon as the glade beam is ready, it's just going to cut them in half. Might take a little bit of damage there. No. Their weapon, one of their weapons goes down. But the other one's a beam and it's not going to do much. Ciao boys, thanks for playing. 38 scrap, a missile and a drone part. I'm going to charge and get out of here, hopefully before the solar flare hits. Yeah, we're just going to get out. Off to the exit. Inquire about their specialty. They agreed to upgrade your sensors for some scrap. 17, that's a pretty good deal. Let's do it. Alrighty, so we're ready to go to the next sector, guys. I'm going to hit stop on this video. This is going to be the end of part 1. Thank you for tuning in. You're probably glad that you stayed with me after the last run, and this one's actually providing some success. We're in a really good position at the moment. As I said, we've got 6 crew members. We've got a really overpowered weapon setup. I'm happy with the rest of our ship as well, with 3 shields and some effective drones as well. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to pick up right away with part 2, and we're going to continue on and hopefully defeat the flagship cruiser.